Tonight, before your eyes grow heavy and the noise of the day slowly fades away, allow yourself to rest for a little while. You do not need to carry every thought into this night. You do not need to solve every problem before sleep comes. This moment is a gift. This quiet moment belongs to you, and above all, it belongs to God. As you settle into your bed, let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing become slow and gentle. There is nothing you need to prove tonight. There is nowhere you need to hurry. Jesus is here with you. His presence is not distant. His love is not reserved for perfect people. His peace is available to every heart willing to receive it. Take a slow breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Then gently breathe out. With every breath, imagine the weight of this day becoming lighter. Imagine every anxious thought drifting away. Imagine your heart becoming quieter with every passing moment. Tonight, let Jesus speak peace into your heart. Let His quiet presence become stronger than every fear. Let His faithful love become greater than every question that has followed you through this day. Perhaps today was filled with joy. Perhaps it was filled with disappointment. Maybe you smiled often, or maybe you spent the day hiding silent tears that no one else could see. Whatever your story has been today, God already knows it completely. He knows every conversation you remember. He knows every burden you tried to carry alone. He knows every hope that still lives quietly inside your heart. Nothing about your life surprises Him. Nothing about your future is hidden from Him. Nothing about your heart is beyond His loving care. As the world becomes quieter outside your window, allow your soul to become quiet as well. Tonight is not about striving. Tonight is about resting in the faithful love of God. The Bible reminds us again and again that God never changes. Seasons change. People change. Circumstances change. Feelings rise and fall like waves upon the sea. Yet God's character remains forever the same. His goodness does not fade. His mercy does not grow tired. His kindness never reaches an end. His promises remain steady through every generation. As you continue breathing slowly, remember that Jesus never invites people to carry life alone. He gently welcomes every weary heart. He welcomes those who feel strong. He welcomes those who feel weak. He welcomes those who feel hopeful. Sense exactly as you are. You do not need perfect words. You do not need perfect faith. You only need a willing heart that quietly says, "Lord, I am here." Maybe there are questions you cannot answer tonight. Maybe there are prayers that still seem unanswered. Maybe there are people you miss. Maybe there are dreams you are still waiting to see fulfilled. Even so, God's faithfulness has not changed. His timing is still perfect. His wisdom is still beyond our understanding. His love is still surrounding you this very moment. Imagine yourself walking beside a peaceful river as evening slowly settles across the sky. The air is cool. The breeze is gentle. The water moves softly without hurry. Every sound invites your heart to become still. Now imagine Jesus walking beside you. He does not rush ahead. He does not leave you behind. He simply walks with you. His presence brings comfort without many words. Sometimes the greatest peace comes not from having every answer, but from knowing that we do not walk alone. That is the gift Jesus offers every heart that trusts Him. He walks beside us through bright mornings. He walks beside us through difficult nights. He remains faithful through every season. As you continue resting, allow your thoughts to slow down. There is no need to replay every conversation from today. There is no need to predict tomorrow. This quiet moment is enough. God has already entered tomorrow before you. He already knows every meeting, every opportunity, every challenge, every blessing waiting ahead. Because He already stands in tomorrow, you can safely rest tonight. Sometimes life feels uncertain. We wonder if things will ever become easier. We wonder if healing will come. We wonder if peace will return. During those moments it helps to remember that God's story has always been filled with hope. He brought light into darkness. He brought freedom where there was bondage. He brought comfort where there was sorrow. He brought life where people expected only loss. The same loving God continues working today. Even when we cannot see everything He is doing. Even when our hearts grow tired. Even when answers seem delayed. His hands are never still. His love is always active. His grace is always reaching toward His children. Tonight allow yourself to believe that your story is the surface long before we recognize it. Many beautiful things begin quietly. Seeds grow quietly beneath the ground. Morning arrives quietly before sunrise. Healing often begins quietly inside the heart. Faith grows quietly through ordinary days. In the same way God's work within you may be happening even now. Little by little. Moment by moment. Breath by breath. As you continue resting, remember that Jesus often met people where they were. He met those who were afraid. He met those who were grieving. He met those who were uncertain. He met those who had made mistakes. He welcomed them with compassion. His heart has not changed. Tonight He welcomes you with that same gentle love. You are not alone. God is near. Jesus remains close to every heart seeking peace. Allow those words to settle deeply within you. You are loved. You are seen. You are known. You are never forgotten. Perhaps you have carried worries about your family. Perhaps your heart feels heavy because of someone you love. Perhaps you have been praying for healing. Perhaps you have been waiting for open doors. Whatever fills your heart tonight, gently place it into God's hands. You do not have to carry everything yourself. His shoulders are stronger than yours. His wisdom reaches beyond yours. His love never becomes exhausted. As your breathing becomes slower, imagine every burden becoming lighter. Imagine placing one concern after another before the Lord. Your future, your family, your work, your health, your dreams, your fears. Leave each one safely with Him. He is faithful. He has always been faithful. He will continue being faithful tomorrow. Tonight let your heart simply rest in that beautiful truth. Jesus is with you. God is near. His peace is gently surrounding you. And as this peaceful night continues, may your heart become quieter, your breathing softer, and your soul more deeply aware that the faithful love of God never leaves His children. As this peaceful evening continues, allow your heart to become even quieter. There is no need to rush toward tomorrow. There is no need to replay every moment from today. Right now, this is your time to rest. This is your time to breathe. This is your time to remember that God is still watching over you with perfect love. Jesus understands. Aired a single word, He already knew your need. Even before you searched for Him tonight, His love had already reached toward you. Tonight, let Jesus fill your heart with quiet confidence. Not because every problem has disappeared. Not because every question has been answered. But because His presence is greater than every uncertainty you may face. There are moments in life when we become tired without realizing how heavy our hearts have become. We continue moving forward. We continue helping others. We continue smiling. Yet inside we quietly long for peace. We long for a place where our souls can finally rest. Jesus offers that place. His invitation has always been gentle. Come as you are. Bring your worries. Bring your hopes. Bring your questions. Bring your grateful heart. Bring your tired heart. There is room for all of it in His loving presence. As you continue listening, notice your breathing becoming slower. Each gentle breath reminds you that God is sustaining your life even now. Every heartbeat is another reminder of His faithful care. Every peaceful breath is a quiet gift from the One who created you with love. Sometimes we imagine that God only works through dramatic moments. Yet many of His greatest works begin quietly. A seed grows beneath the soil where no one can see it. Morning slowly replaces darkness without making a sound. Gentle rain nourishes the earth little by little. In the same way, God often restores our hearts through quiet moments like this one. Perhaps you cannot see every answer yet. Perhaps healing is still unfolding. Perhaps the path ahead is not completely clear. Even so, God continues working. His goodness does not pause. His mercy does not grow weak. His wisdom never fails. Tonight you can simply rest, knowing that your Heavenly Father continues caring for every detail of your life. Imagine yourself sitting beneath a large tree on a peaceful hillside. The evening sky glows with soft colors. A gentle breeze moves through the branches. Birds have finished their songs for the day. Everything around you seems calm and unhurried. Now imagine Jesus sitting beside you. He does not demand anything from you. He does not remind you of your failures. He simply remains close. His presence speaks peace without many words. His kindness calms every anxious thought. His compassion reminds you that you are deeply loved. As you rest beside Him, allow every fear to become smaller. Allow to fade into the quietness of God's perfect care. The Bible often reminds us that God is our refuge. A refuge is a place of safety. A place where fear loses its power. A place where tired hearts can breathe again. Tonight, let your heart find that refuge. Not in your own strength. Not in tomorrow's plans. But in the faithful love of God. Jesus never promised that life would always be easy. Yet He continually reminds us that we never walk through life alone. His presence remains constant through every season. During joyful days He celebrates with us. During painful days He stays close. During uncertain days He gently leads us forward one step at a time. That is why hope remains alive. Hope is not built upon perfect circumstances. Hope grows because God remains faithful. His promises remain steady. His love remains constant. His grace is always enough for today. Maybe tonight you have been carrying concerns for someone you love. Perhaps a family member, a close friend, someone who needs healing, someone searching for direction. As you think about them now, quietly place them into God's loving hands. He loves them even more than you do. He understands their journey completely. He is already working in ways that cannot always be seen. You do not have to carry every burden by yourself. Leave them with the one whose love never fails. Now think about your own heart. Notice any place where fear has quietly settled. Notice any place where disappointment still lingers. Notice any place where you have become weary. Without judging yourself, simply bring those places before Jesus. His compassion is greater than your weakness. His forgiveness is greater than your regrets. His peace is greater than your fears. Tonight His gentle invitation remains the same. Rest. Trust. Receive. Allow your heart to become still. The world may continue moving quickly outside your room, but here in this quiet moment you are surrounded by the peaceful presence of God. There is no need to hurry. There is no pressure to have everything figured out. There is only this peaceful moment. Only this gentle breath. Only this quiet reminder that you are deeply loved. As your body relaxes more completely, let your thoughts become fewer. Imagine every anxious idea floating away like clouds passing across a wide evening sky. They do not need to remain. Safe in His care. Tomorrow will arrive in its own time. For now, your only task is to rest. Every breath draws you deeper into peace. Every quiet moment reminds you that God's faithful love surrounds you. His kindness reaches farther than your imagination. His mercy greets you again every new morning. His hope remains alive even through the darkest night. As sleep slowly begins to draw near, may your heart continue listening to the quiet voice of peace. Tonight, let Jesus remind you that you never face life alone. Tonight, let His love become stronger than every fear. Tonight, let your soul discover the beautiful rest that only God can give. And as your eyes grow heavier, may your heart continue resting in the faithful promises of the one who has loved you from the very beginning and who will never stop walking beside you. The night has become even quieter now. The world outside continues to slow down, and your heart is invited to do the same. There is nothing left to accomplish in this moment. There is nowhere you need to be. This time has been set aside for peace, for rest, and for remembering that God's faithful love is still surrounding you. Take another slow breath. Feel your body becoming heavier against the bed. Feel every muscle relaxing a little more. Let your hands become still. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breathing find its own gentle rhythm. As you continue resting, imagine that every breath carries a fresh reminder of God's goodness. Every gentle inhale reminds you that His mercy is near. Every calm exhale releases another burden you no longer need to carry. Tonight, let Jesus quietly remind your heart that you are safe in His care. You do not have to earn His love. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to hide your weakness. He already knows you completely. He knows your victories. He knows your disappointments. He knows the dreams you still carry. He knows the prayers that remain unanswered. Through every season His love remains steady. Sometimes we become so focused on what is missing that we forget to notice the quiet blessings already surrounding us. The simple gift of breathing. The comfort of a place to rest. The opportunity to begin again tomorrow. The faithful presence of God that has never left our side. Even when we could not feel Him. Even when life became confusing. Even when we questioned the path ahead. He continued walking beside us. Looking back, there may have been moments when make it through another day. Yet here you are tonight. You have been carried farther than you once believed possible. Perhaps not because every burden disappeared, but because God quietly gave you strength one day at a time. His strength often arrives gently. His comfort often arrives quietly. His guidance often comes through peaceful confidence instead of loud answers. That is the beauty of walking with Jesus. He does not always remove every storm immediately. Often He gives us peace while we walk through it. Imagine yourself standing beneath a sky filled with countless stars. The air is calm. The night is peaceful. Every star reminds you of the greatness of the God who created the heavens. The one who placed every star in its place also knows your name. The God who shaped mountains. The God who filled the oceans. The God who formed every living thing. He also formed your heart. Your life has purpose. Your story has meaning. Your future remains safely in His hands. Sometimes we worry because we cannot see what lies ahead. We want certainty. We want clear answers. Yet faith often grows most beautifully when we continue trusting even before every answer appears. Jesus gently invites us to trust His heart. not because we understand everything, but because His character has always been trustworthy. Generation after generation people have discovered this same truth. God remains faithful. His promises endure. His compassion never grows old. His love continues reaching every searching heart. As your breathing becomes slower, allow your thoughts to settle upon these simple words. God is faithful. Jesus is near. Hope is alive. Peace is possible. Repeat those truths quietly within your heart. Let them become stronger than fear. Let them become louder than worry. Let them become the gentle song that carries you toward peaceful sleep. Perhaps tomorrow will bring new opportunities. Perhaps tomorrow will bring challenges. Whatever tomorrow holds, God will already be there waiting for you. His mercy will greet you with the morning. His wisdom will guide your steps. His strength will meet your weakness. His love will remain exactly as it is tonight. Unchanging. Steady. Faithful. There is great comfort in knowing that God, like the quiet flow of a peaceful river, His love continues without end. Jesus often reminded people not to be afraid. Those words still carry hope today. Fear loses its power when we remember who walks beside us. Anxiety becomes quieter when we remember who holds tomorrow. Worry begins to fade when we remember the faithfulness of our Heavenly Father. Tonight you are not defined by fear. You are not defined by failure. You are not defined by yesterday. You are deeply loved by God. You are held within His grace. You are surrounded by His peace. Allow those truths to settle deeply into your heart. As your eyes grow heavier, imagine placing every remaining concern into God's gentle hands. Leave your questions there. Leave your disappointments there. Leave your hopes there. Leave your family there. Leave your future there. His hands are able to carry what yours cannot. Now simply rest. There is beauty in surrender. There is freedom in trust. There is healing in quiet confidence that God continues working even while you sleep. Tonight, let Jesus remind you that every new morning is another opportunity to experience God's mercy. Every sunrise is another reminder that hope has not ended. Every breath is another gift of grace. Every peaceful moment is another invitation to trust Him more deeply. As sleep slowly begins to cover your mind like a soft blanket, may your heart continue resting in these gentle truths. Jesus is with you. God is near. His love surrounds you. His peace fills this room. His faithfulness reaches beyond everything you can see. May your dreams be peaceful. May your heart remain calm. May your soul rest deeply within the loving care of your Heavenly Father. And as this quiet night continues, may you fall asleep knowing that the God who has watched over you today will continue watching over you through the night, through tomorrow, and through every season still waiting ahead. As your body continues to rest, allow your heart to remain open to the quiet truth that God has always been faithful. Long before this night began, long before you faced today's challenges, long before you whispered your first prayer, His loving care was already surrounding your life. Tonight, there is no need to hurry through these moments. Let every breath become slower. Let every thought become quieter. Let every part of your heart discover the comfort that comes from resting in the promises of God. Jesus never asks us to pretend that life is easy. Some days leave us feeling tired. Some seasons bring uncertainty. Some nights feel longer than others. Yet through every season His invitation remains the same. Come close. Rest. Trust. Receive my peace. His invitation is never forced. It is always gentle. He patiently waits for every heart willing to draw near. Whether your faith feels strong tonight or whether you simply hope that tomorrow will be a little brighter, Jesus welcomes you with the same compassion. The Bible is filled with stories that remind us of God's faithful character. Generation after generation people discovered that His promises could be trusted. They walked through deserts. They crossed rivers. They faced storms. They experienced victories and disappointments. Through every chapter God remained faithful. That same faithfulness has not changed. The same God who guided His people with wisdom continues guiding hearts today. The same God who comforted those who were afraid still comforts those who quietly call upon Him. The same God who restored broken lives continues bringing hope where hope seems difficult to find. Perhaps tonight you are wondering what God is doing in your own life. Maybe some answers still seem far away. Maybe some prayers have remained in your heart for many months or even years. It is natural to wonder. Yet while we wait, we are invited to remember something beautiful. God continues working even when we cannot immediately see His work. A tree does not grow overnight. A flower does not bloom in a single moment. Morning does not arrive all at once. Everything beautiful often grows patiently. Faith grows that way too. Sometimes God is preparing our hearts while He is preparing the answer. Sometimes He is building quiet strength that will carry us through future seasons. Sometimes He is teaching us to trust His love more deeply than our own understanding. Imagine walking through a peaceful garden just before sunrise. The sky is beginning to brighten. Gentle light slowly touches every flower. The air is cool and peaceful. Every leaf seems covered with fresh morning dew. Everything feels alive with quiet beauty. Now imagine Jesus walking beside you through that peaceful garden. He notices every detail. He notices every flower. He notices every bird singing in the distance. Most importantly, He notices you. He knows your name. He knows your story. He knows your hopes. He knows your fears. You begin to realize that His presence changes the way you see everything around you. Problems that once appeared overwhelming begin to feel smaller. Worries that once seemed impossible begin to lose their power. Not because every situation has changed, but because your heart remembers who is walking beside you. This is one of the beautiful gifts of faith. Faith does not always remove every challenge. Faith reminds us that we never face those challenges alone. Jesus walks with us through ordinary days. He walks with us through unexpected trials. He walks with us through joyful celebrations. He remains close during quiet evenings like this one. The scriptures remind us again and again that God is trustworthy. His promises are not empty words. They are expressions of His loving character. When He speaks of peace, He truly desires to give peace. When He speaks of hope, He truly offers hope. When He speaks of His presence, He truly remains near. Tonight let those promises become personal. Not simply words written long ago. Not simply verses remembered from childhood. But living reminders that God's love continues reaching toward you today. Perhaps you have experienced moments when people broke their promises. Perhaps trust became difficult because life brought disappointment. Those experiences can leave deep marks upon the heart. Yet God's faithfulness is different from human weakness. People may forget. God remembers. People may change. God remains the same. People may leave. God continues walking beside His children. That truth allows our hearts to rest more deeply. Imagine laying every concern before the Lord one by one. Your family. Your health. Your work. Your future. Your unanswered questions. Leave each one safely in His care. You do not need to carry tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. You only need enough grace for this moment. And God's grace is already here. Sometimes we expect peace to arrive after every problem disappears. Yet many believers throughout history discovered something different. Peace often arrives while the journey continues. It quietly grows within the heart that chooses to trust God one day at a time. That peace cannot always be explained. It gently settles over anxious thoughts. It calms restless hearts. It reminds us that God's love is stronger than fear. T.S. in caring for His children. Jesus looks upon every person with compassion. He sees beyond appearances. He sees beyond success and failure. He sees the heart. He understands every hidden struggle. His response is always filled with mercy. If you have become weary, He welcomes you. If you have become discouraged, He encourages you. If you have become afraid, He gently reminds you that you are never alone. His kindness continues reaching toward you even now. As the quiet night grows deeper, let every word become softer within your heart. God is faithful. Jesus is near. Hope remains alive. Peace is gently filling this room. His love has carried countless generations before you. His love is carrying you tonight. His love will continue carrying you into every tomorrow that still waits ahead. So rest without fear. Rest without hurry. Rest knowing that your Heavenly Father continues watching over you with endless compassion, endless patience, and endless love. The peaceful rhythm of this night continues, and your heart is invited to rest even more deeply. There is no expectation placed upon you here. There is no pressure to have every answer. There is only this quiet moment, this gentle breath, and the faithful presence of God surrounding you with perfect love. As you breathe in slowly, allow your heart to receive peace. As you breathe out gently, release every worry that has followed you throughout this day. You do not have to carry every burden into tomorrow. God is already holding what feels too heavy for you. Jesus often reminded those around Him that they were valuable in the Father's eyes. He spoke with kindness to those who felt forgotten. He welcomed those who believed they had nothing left to offer. He lifted the hearts of people who had almost lost hope. His compassion reached beyond appearances and into the deepest places of the human heart. That same compassion reaches toward you tonight. You may not always see the road ahead. You may not always understand why certain seasons last longer than expected. You may not always know how every prayer will be answered. Yet one truth remains unchanged. God is faithful. His goodness is not limited by difficult circumstances. His mercy is not weakened by our uncertainty. His love continues flowing like a quiet river that never runs dry. Think for a moment about the sunrise. Every evening darkness covers the earth, yet every morning light returns. The night never prevents the morning from arriving. In difficult seasons cannot stop God's faithfulness from reaching your life. Hope always has another sunrise. Grace always has another beginning. Mercy always welcomes another day. Sometimes we become discouraged because we compare our journey with someone else's. We wonder why another person seems to move ahead more quickly. We wonder why their prayers appear to be answered before ours. Yet God lovingly leads every life according to His perfect wisdom. Your story is unique. Your path has purpose. Your timing is held within His loving hands. Jesus is never late. He is never confused. He never forgets those who place their trust in Him. Even during seasons of waiting, He continues shaping hearts with patience and love. Imagine yourself standing beside a peaceful lake just before dawn. The water is perfectly still. Gentle light begins to appear along the horizon. The silence is comforting rather than empty. Every reflection upon the water reminds you that peace is often found in stillness. Now imagine Jesus standing beside you. He smiles with quiet kindness. There is no disappointment in His eyes. Only compassion. Only understanding. Only perfect love. He invites you to look across the calm water. Every small ripple slowly disappears. The surface becomes peaceful once again. In the same way, your heart can become peaceful as you continue resting in God's presence. Thoughts may come and go. Memories may rise for a moment. Concerns may briefly return. Yet His peace remains greater. Allow His peace to settle over every part of your mind. Allow His love to reach every hidden corner of your heart. The Scriptures remind us that God's faithfulness continues through every generation. People have trusted Him in times of abundance and in times of need. They have trusted Him during celebrations and during sorrow. Through every generation they discovered the same beautiful truth. God keeps His promises. Not always according to our timetable. Not always in the way we expect. But always according to His perfect wisdom. That truth allows our hearts to rest. You do not need to understand everything before trusting Him. You simply need to remember His character. His character is love. His character is mercy. His character is faithfulness. His character never changes. As your breathing becomes slower, quietly thank God. who has shown kindness. Thank Him for every lesson that has made your faith stronger. Thank Him for His constant presence even during the moments when you could not feel it. Gratitude gently softens the heart. It reminds us that God's goodness has been quietly surrounding us all along. Perhaps there are still dreams resting deep within your heart. Dreams that seem far away. Dreams that only God fully understands. Do not lose hope. The one who planted those beautiful desires within your heart also understands the perfect time for every blessing. Until that day arrives, continue walking with quiet confidence. Continue trusting His wisdom. Continue resting in His love. Continue believing that He is working even when your eyes cannot yet see the full picture. Jesus never measures your value by success or failure. He never measures your worth by how much you accomplish. Your value has always been rooted in His love. That love remains unchanged tonight. It will remain unchanged tomorrow. It will remain unchanged throughout every season of your life. As sleep slowly draws nearer, allow every part of your body to become more relaxed. Let your forehead soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your hands become completely still. Let your breathing remain calm and steady. Feel the quiet comfort of this peaceful moment. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to prove. There is only the gentle assurance that God continues watching over you. Jesus is near. His peace is filling this room. His faithful love surrounds you like a warm blanket on a quiet night. May your heart continue becoming lighter. May your thoughts become quieter. May your soul discover deeper rest with every passing moment. And as you slowly drift toward peaceful sleep, may you remember that the faithful God who lovingly carried you through today will faithfully carry you through every tomorrow that still lies ahead. The quietness of this night continues to surround you, inviting your heart into an even deeper place of peace. Your breathing has become slower. Your body has begun to relax. The concerns that once seemed so loud have started to grow quieter. This is a beautiful moment to simply remain in God's loving presence. Tonight, let your heart remember something simple, yet powerful. God has always been faithful. Before you were born, His love already existed. Before you spoke your first prayer, He already knew your name. Before you understood His plans, He was already preparing a path filled with grace. Jesus is with you now. He is not far away. He is not waiting for you to become perfect. He is simply inviting you to rest beside Him. As you continue listening, imagine yourself walking along a quiet path through rolling hills covered with green grass. The evening breeze gently touches your face. Wildflowers sway softly with the wind. The sky above is filled with countless stars, each one quietly reflecting the beauty of the Creator. Every step feels peaceful. Every breath feels lighter. There is no hurry. There is no pressure. Only the comforting awareness that Jesus walks beside you. Sometimes the greatest gift God gives us is not an immediate answer. Sometimes the greatest gift is His presence during the waiting. His presence changes the way we see every circumstance. When Jesus is near, fear begins to lose its voice. Worry slowly releases its grip. Hope quietly returns. The Bible reminds us again and again that God's Word is dependable. His promises are not temporary. They are not uncertain. They are built upon His unchanging character. Because God never changes, His love remains constant through every season of life. When life feels uncertain, His truth remains steady. When emotions rise and fall, His peace remains available. When tomorrow feels unknown, His wisdom continues leading every step. That is why so many generations have found comfort in trusting Him. Not because life became perfect, but because God's faithfulness never failed them. Imagine looking toward the horizon as the first light of morning slowly begins to appear. Darkness has not disappeared all at once. Instead, light quietly grows stronger little by little. In many ways, this is how God works within our hearts. He restores us gently. He heals us patiently. He teaches us one step at a time. His work is never rushed. His timing is always filled with wisdom. Perhaps there are parts of your life that still need healing. Maybe there are memories that still bring sadness. Maybe there are disappointments you have quietly carried for a long time. Jesus understands every one of them. He never asks you to ignore your pain. He invites you to bring it into His loving presence. His compassion is gentle. His mercy is endless. His kindness reaches places where words often cannot. As you continue courage, He knows how to replace anxiety with peace. He knows how to fill empty places with hope. Sometimes healing begins the moment we stop trying to carry everything by ourselves. Jesus lovingly says that we can come to Him with our burdens. He never grows tired of listening. He never becomes impatient. Every prayer matters to Him. Even the quietest whisper reaches His heart. Perhaps tonight your prayer is very simple. Lord, give me peace. Lord, stay close to me. Lord, help me trust you. Those simple prayers are precious to God. He hears every word. He understands every silence. As the night grows deeper, remember that you are never walking through life alone. Even when people cannot fully understand your journey, Jesus understands completely. He knows every hidden struggle. He knows every silent victory. He knows every moment you chose kindness when it would have been easier to become discouraged. Nothing escapes His loving attention. His eyes are always upon His children. His love never becomes distracted. His care never weakens. Take another slow breath. Allow your heart to become even more peaceful. Imagine God's love surrounding you like warm sunlight on a quiet morning. It gently reaches every anxious thought. It gently calms every restless feeling. It gently reminds you that you belong to Him. There is deep comfort in belonging to God. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not facing tomorrow alone. Jesus walks before you. He walks beside you. He lovingly watches over you. Every step you take tomorrow will already be known by Him. Every conversation, every opportunity, every challenge, every blessing. Nothing will surprise the one who holds your future. That truth allows your heart to rest without fear. Throughout history, countless people discovered that God's faithfulness remained the same through every generation. Kings trusted Him. Shepherds trusted Him. Mothers trusted Him. Children trusted Him. People with great faith trusted Him. People with trembling faith trusted Him. God welcomed them all. He welcomes you with the same loving heart tonight. Faith does not require perfect confidence. Faith simply continues taking one small step toward Jesus. Sometimes that step is nothing more than choosing to believe His love one more day. That is enough. Ow. His wisdom will guide your path. His peace will remain available whenever you turn your heart toward Him. Tonight, let Jesus become the quiet center of every thought. Let His kindness replace every fear. Let His hope become stronger than every uncertainty. Let His faithful love carry you gently toward peaceful rest. And as your eyes become heavier with every passing moment, may your soul continue finding comfort in this beautiful truth. God has always been faithful. God is faithful tonight. God will remain faithful forever. Rest peacefully in His unfailing love. The peaceful silence of this evening continues to gently surround you. Your breathing has become calm. Your body feels lighter than before. Your mind is slowly letting go of everything that no longer needs your attention. This is a beautiful place to simply remain with Jesus, allowing His presence to fill every quiet corner of your heart. Tonight, you are not asked to carry tomorrow. You are not asked to understand every mystery. You are simply invited to rest. Jesus often showed people that true peace begins inside the heart. Long before circumstances change, God begins His work within us. He quietly replaces fear with confidence. He gently transforms worry into trust. He slowly teaches us that His love is greater than every uncertainty we will ever face. Think about a child resting peacefully in the arms of a loving parent. The child is not worried about tomorrow. The child is not trying to solve every problem. There is complete confidence that someone stronger is watching over them. This is the kind of trust Jesus gently invites us to experience. Not a trust built upon perfect circumstances. A trust built upon the faithful heart of God. Imagine yourself walking through a peaceful forest early in the morning. Soft sunlight shines through the tall trees. Every leaf glows with gentle light. Birds sing quietly from the branches above. The fresh air fills your lungs with calmness. Every step reminds you that God's creation reflects His peaceful character. As you continue walking, Jesus quietly walks beside you. He says very little. His presence alone brings comfort. Sometimes we expect God to speak with dramatic signs. Yet very often He speaks through quiet peace. He speaks through gentle confidence. He speaks through the calm assurance that we are never alone. Allow your heart to notice that throughout this entire day, He remained beside you during every joyful moment. He remained beside you during every difficult conversation. He remained beside you during every silent prayer. He has never stopped walking with you. The love of God does not depend upon our performance. It does not become stronger when we succeed. It does not become weaker when we struggle. His love remains constant because it flows from His perfect nature. That truth brings incredible freedom. You can rest without fear. You can pray without pretending. You can come before God exactly as you are. Jesus welcomes honest hearts. He welcomes those who are joyful. He welcomes those who are tired. He welcomes those who are searching. He welcomes every person who quietly says, "Lord, I need you." As the night becomes even more peaceful, remember how often Jesus encouraged people not to be afraid. Those words were never spoken with condemnation. They were spoken with compassion. He understood how easily fear enters the human heart. That is why he continually pointed people toward God's faithful love. Fear looks at uncertainty. Faith looks toward Jesus. Fear imagines the worst. Faith remembers God's promises. Fear whispers that we are alone. Jesus gently reminds us that God is always near. Perhaps tonight there is something you have been holding tightly. Maybe it is a worry about your future. Maybe it is concern for someone you deeply love. Maybe it is disappointment that has quietly remained inside your heart. You do not need to carry it forever. Imagine placing it into the loving hands of Jesus. He receives it with compassion. He does not reject your weakness. He understands your heart completely. His hands are strong enough to carry every burden you place before him. Sometimes we wonder why God allows us to walk through difficult seasons. While we may not understand every answer, we can trust that He never wastes our journey. Every season teaches us something valuable. Every challenge becomes another opportunity to discover His faithfulness. Even when the road feels long, even when progress seems slow, even when hope feels small, God continues working with perfect wisdom. Think about how rivers slowly shape great mountains. They do not change the landscape in a single day. They continue flowing with quiet patience. Year after year they accomplish beautiful things through. Little by little He strengthens our hearts. Little by little He renews our hope. Little by little He teaches us to trust Him more deeply. As you continue breathing slowly, allow these truths to settle within your soul. God sees you. God knows you. God loves you. Jesus walks beside you. His peace is available right now. His grace is enough for this moment. His mercy will be waiting again when morning comes. Notice how peaceful your breathing has become. Notice how much quieter your thoughts feel now. Allow your body to relax even more deeply. Let your arms become completely still. Let your legs rest comfortably. Let every muscle soften. There is no reason to hurry. Sleep will come naturally. Peace is already filling this room. Jesus remains close. His gentle love surrounds you like the soft light of dawn quietly filling the horizon. May every anxious thought slowly disappear. May every fear become smaller. May every hope become brighter. May every breath remind you that the faithful God who created you continues watching over you with endless compassion. Tonight you are safe within His love. Tonight you are surrounded by His peace. Tonight you can rest without fear because Jesus remains faithfully beside you. And as peaceful sleep gently carries you into the quiet hours of the night, may your heart continue resting in the beautiful assurance that God's love will never leave you, His mercy will never fail you, and His faithful presence will remain with you through every moment of your life. The night has become wonderfully quiet now. Every passing moment invites your heart into a deeper place of peace. Your breathing is calm. Your body feels comfortable. Your thoughts are beginning to settle like gentle leaves resting upon still water. There is no need to hurry. There is no need to carry the weight of tomorrow. Right now, your only purpose is to rest in the faithful love of God. Tonight, let Jesus gently remind your heart that you are deeply loved. His love has never depended upon your strength. It has never depended upon your success. It has never depended upon how perfect your faith may seem. His love has always begun with His own faithful heart. Long before you searched for Him, He was already reaching toward you. Long before you spoke your first prayer, He already knew your name. Long before you understood His goodness was already surrounding your life. Take another slow breath. Feel peace quietly entering your heart. As you breathe out, allow every remaining worry to quietly leave your mind. There is freedom in letting go. There is healing in trusting God with what we cannot control. Jesus often reminded people that they were more precious than they realized. He looked beyond appearances. He saw hearts instead of achievements. He saw hope where others only noticed weakness. He saw possibilities where others expected failure. That is still how He looks at you tonight. He sees your kindness. He sees your quiet faith. He sees the courage it took simply to keep moving forward. He sees every silent prayer you have whispered. Nothing about your life is hidden from Him. Sometimes we become discouraged because we focus only on what has not happened yet. We wait for the future while forgetting the countless ways God has already cared for us. Yet when we pause and look back, we begin to notice His fingerprints throughout our journey. He carried us through seasons we thought would never end. He opened doors we never expected. He provided strength when our own strength disappeared. He sent comfort through unexpected people. He filled difficult days with quiet moments of grace. His faithfulness has always been closer than we realized. Imagine standing on a peaceful hill overlooking a wide valley as the first light of morning begins to appear. Gentle mist rests above the fields. Birds begin their quiet songs. Everything around you feels fresh and full of hope. The world awakens without rushing. Everything moves according to the beautiful rhythm established by its creator. Now imagine Jesus standing beside you. He looks across the beautiful landscape with peaceful confidence. Nothing seems hurried. Nothing seems uncertain. His calmness begins to fill your own heart. Without many words, he reminds you that your life is also safely held within God's loving hands. Every season has its purpose. Every chapter has its lesson. Every day carries new mercy. Even the waiting has meaning. Many times we ask God to remove every difficult road. Sometimes He does. Other times He chooses to walk beside us until we discover that His presence is even more valuable than immediate answers. His presence gives courage. His presence gives peace. His presence gives hope that continues growing through every season. That hope does not disappear when circumstances become difficult. It quietly grows stronger because it is rooted in God's unchanging love. As you continue resting tonight, allow your heart to stop measuring life by Instead, begin measuring life by God's faithfulness. Think about how many times He has already carried you. Think about how many mornings His mercy has welcomed you. Think about how many evenings His peace has quietly surrounded you. His faithfulness has never stopped. It continues tonight. It will continue tomorrow. It will continue throughout every season still waiting ahead. Perhaps there are dreams resting quietly within your heart. Some may have been there for many years. Some may feel almost forgotten. Never believe that God has forgotten what matters to you. He understands every hope you carry. He also understands the perfect time for every blessing. While you wait, He continues shaping your heart. He continues teaching patience. He continues building wisdom. He continues strengthening your faith. Nothing is wasted in His hands. Every experience becomes part of the beautiful story He is writing. Jesus never asks us to carry life by ourselves. His invitation has always been simple. Walk with me. Trust me. Rest with me. Stay close to me. Those gentle invitations remain just as true tonight. You are not alone. You never have been. You never will be. The God who created the heavens also watches over your life with endless compassion. As your body relaxes even more deeply, allow every anxious thought to slowly drift away like clouds disappearing into a clear sky. They no longer need your attention tonight. God is already caring for every detail that concerns you. Your future rests safely with Him. Your loved ones rest safely with Him. Your unanswered prayers rest safely with Him. Your entire life rests safely with Him. That truth brings wonderful peace. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to force. There is only the quiet assurance that Jesus remains beside you with unfailing love. Soon your eyes will become even heavier. Sleep will gently embrace you. Your heart will continue resting in God's peaceful presence. May every breath remind you that His grace is enough. May every peaceful moment remind you that His mercy never ends. May every dream remind you that hope is still alive because Jesus continues walking beside you. And when the morning light gently returns, may you awaken with renewed strength, quiet confidence, and a heart that remembers this beautiful truth. God has been faithful throughout your past. God is faithful tonight. God will remain faithful throughout every tomorrow. Rest peacefully, dear friend. Jesus is with you. God is in E.A.R. His love will never let you go. The peaceful stillness of this night continues to embrace you. Your breathing is calm. Your body has become wonderfully relaxed. Every gentle breath carries you deeper into quiet rest. There is no need to think about yesterday. There is no need to worry about tomorrow. This moment is a gift from God, inviting your soul to discover His gentle peace once again. Tonight, let your heart become completely still before Jesus. He is not asking you to carry heavy burdens tonight. He is not asking you to find every answer. He is simply inviting you to rest beside Him. There is something beautiful about the quiet hours of the night. The world slows down. Busy thoughts begin to fade. Distractions become fewer. In these peaceful moments, it becomes easier to notice what has always been true. God has never stopped loving you. Even during the seasons when life felt uncertain. Even during the moments when your faith felt small. Even during the days when you wondered if anyone truly understood what you were carrying. Jesus remained close. His love has been patiently surrounding your life every single day. Imagine yourself sitting beside a peaceful hillside as the evening sky slowly fills with stars. A gentle breeze moves through the tall grass. The air feels fresh and comforting. In the distance you hear the quiet sound of flowing water. Everything around you reflects perfect peace. Now imagine Jesus sitting beside you. There is no hurry in His presence. There is no pressure. There is only quiet compassion. His eyes are filled with kindness. His heart is filled with mercy. Without speaking many words, He reminds you that you are safe. Sometimes we spend so much energy trying to control tomorrow that we forget to enjoy the peace available today. Yet Jesus continually teaches us to trust the Father's care one day at a time. The birds do not spend their nights worrying. The flowers do not struggle to become beautiful. The stars shine without fear. All of creation quietly rests within God's faithful care. You are even more precious than all of these. Your Heavenly Father knows exactly what you need. He understands your hopes. He understands your fears. He understands the questions you have never spoken aloud. Nothing about your heart is hidden from Him. Perhaps today has left you feeling tired. Not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Sometimes the greatest exhaustion comes from carrying invisible burdens that no one else can see. Jesus understands that kind of weariness. He understands the weight of responsibility. He understands disappointment. He understands grief. He understands waiting. That is why His invitation remains so comforting. Come to me. Rest with me. Allow me to carry what has become too heavy for you. Tonight you can accept that invitation. Imagine placing every concern into His loving hands. One by one. Without rushing. Your family. Your future. Your health. Your finances. Your unanswered prayers. Your hidden fears. Leave each one safely with Him. His hands are steady. His wisdom is perfect. His love never grows tired. Sometimes healing begins not when everything changes around us, but when our hearts begin trusting God more deeply. Peace grows quietly inside those who remember that Jesus is always near. You do not need perfect faith. You simply need to continue walking with Him. Even one small step of trust is precious in His eyes. Think about how often God has quietly protected you throughout your life. There were moments you never saw coming. Difficult days that somehow became manageable. Unexpected blessings that appeared at just the right time. Encouragement that arrived exactly when you needed it. Looking back, it becomes easier to recognize His faithful hand. Even during the seasons when you felt alone, He was guiding you. Even during the seasons when you felt weak, He was strengthening you. Even during the seasons when you felt uncertain, He was preparing your future. His faithfulness has never paused. As your breathing becomes even slower, quietly remember that Jesus is called the Prince of Peace. Wherever He is welcomed, peace begins to grow. Not always because every problem disappears, but because His presence becomes greater than every problem. Allow that peace to settle over your heart tonight. Allow it to calm every anxious thought. Allow it to quiet every restless feeling. Allow it to remind you that God is still writing a beautiful story with your life. There are chapters you have already lived. There are chapters still waiting to unfold. The author of your story has never abandoned his work. Every page is held within His loving hands. Every season carries purpose. Every morning brings fresh mercy. As you continue resting, notice how much quieter your thoughts have become. Notice how gentle your breathing feels. Notice how peaceful your heart is becoming. This quiet peace is a reminder that God's presence has always been closer than you imagined. Jesus is beside you. His love surrounds you. His mercy covers you. His hope remains alive within you. Soon sleep will gently carry you through the peaceful hours of this night. While you sleep, God's love will continue watching over you. While you rest, His faithfulness will remain unchanged. While your eyes are closed, His care will never leave your side. May every breath fill you with peace. May every dream be covered with hope. May your soul rest deeply within the endless love of your Heavenly Father. And when morning comes, may you awaken refreshed, strengthened, and quietly confident that Jesus will continue walking beside you through every moment of the new day that He has lovingly prepared for you. The quiet beauty of this night continues to gently surround you. Everything has become calmer. The sounds of the day have slowly disappeared, leaving only this peaceful moment between you and God. There is no pressure here. There is no hurry. There is only the quiet invitation to rest in the faithful love of Jesus. Take a slow breath. Let your lungs fill with fresh air. Now breathe out gently. As you exhale, imagine every remaining worry slowly drifting away. Every anxious thought becomes lighter. Every burden becomes smaller as you place it into the loving hands of God. Jesus never intended for you to carry life alone. From the very beginning, His desire has always been to walk beside His children. He knows that life can sometimes feel overwhelming. He understands the moments when our hearts become tired. He sees the hidden struggles that no one else notices. Even tonight, He understands exactly how you feel. Nothing about your heart is hidden from him. Nothing about your future causes him concern. Nothing about your life is beyond his loving care. That is why you can rest peacefully. Imagine yourself walking through a wide meadow covered with soft green grass. The evening breeze moves gently across the field. Wildflowers bloom in every direction. Above you, the sky is filled with countless stars shining with quiet beauty. Everything around you reflects the peace of God's creation. You begin walking slowly through the meadow, and after a few moments you notice Jesus walking beside you. Neither of you needs to speak. His peaceful presence says everything your heart needs to hear. You feel completely accepted, completely understood, completely safe. As you continue walking together, you begin noticing small details that you would normally overlook. A butterfly resting on a flower. The gentle sound of flowing water nearby. The soft movement of leaves as the breeze passes through them. Every small detail reminds you that God cares deeply about everything He has created. If He gives such beautiful attention to every flower and every bird, how much more does He care for you? You are His beloved child. You are precious in His sight. Your life carries purpose. Your future remains safely within His hands. Sometimes we become discouraged because we cannot see the entire journey ahead. We wish God would reveal every answer immediately. Yet His wisdom often leads us one step at a time. A traveler carrying a small lantern cannot see the entire road. The light only reveals the next few steps. Yet those few steps are enough to keep moving forward. God often leads us in the same gentle way. He gives enough light for today. Enough grace for today. Enough strength for today. Tomorrow will receive its own grace when tomorrow arrives. Jesus never asks us to borrow tomorrow's worries. Instead, He gently reminds us to trust the Father's care for each new day. That invitation brings wonderful freedom. You no longer need to carry everything at once. You only need to remain close to Him. As your breathing continues slowing down, notice how peaceful your heart has become. The tension that once filled your thoughts is beginning to disappear. The worries that once felt overwhelming are becoming quieter. Not because every circumstance has changed, but because your focus has returned to the One who never changes. God remains faithful. He remains patient. He remains full of mercy. He remains rich in compassion. There has never been a single day when His love stopped reaching toward you. Even during your most difficult moments, even during your greatest doubts, even during your quietest prayers. His love remained constant. Think about all the people throughout history who placed their trust in God. They lived through uncertain times. They experienced joy and sorrow. They celebrated victories. They endured hardship. Yet one truth connected every generation. God never abandoned those who trusted Him. That same truth continues today. The God who faithfully guided countless generations continues guiding your life tonight. His wisdom has never failed. His promises remain true. His heart has never changed. As you continue walking beside Jesus through this peaceful meadow, you begin to notice the horizon slowly becoming brighter. Dawn is still far away, yet the first gentle signs of morning are beginning to appear. Hope often arrives this way. Quietly. Patiently. Without hurry. Sometimes we expect hope to arrive with dramatic change. Yet often it begins as a quiet confidence growing deep within the heart. A simple assurance that God is still working. A gentle reminder that His plans remain good. A peaceful awareness that His love continues surrounding every part of our lives. Allow that hope to grow within you tonight. Let it become stronger than fear. Let it become greater than uncertainty. Let it gently fill every corner of your heart. Jesus smiles as you continue walking together. His presence reminds you that no matter what tomorrow brings, you will never face it alone. He will already be there. His peace will meet you. His mercy will welcome you. His strength will sustain you. His wisdom will guide every step. As sleep gently draws closer, allow your body to relax completely. Let your arms become heavy. Let your legs become still. Let your breathing remain slow and peaceful. Feel the comfort of knowing that your Heavenly Father lovingly watches over you every moment. While you sleep, His care never sleeps. While your eyes are closed, His love never grows distant. While your heart rests, His faithfulness continues without interruption. Tonight you are surrounded by perfect love. Tonight you are held by endless grace. Tonight you are safe in the presence of Jesus. May every breath carry you deeper into peaceful rest. May every dream remind you that hope is alive. May your soul continue resting in the quiet assurance that the faithful God who has carried you through every season will continue carrying you through every tomorrow that still waits ahead. Rest peacefully. Jesus is with you. God is near. His love will remain with you through this entire night and far beyond the coming dawn. The quiet hours of the night continue to unfold with gentle peace. The room around you feels calm. Your breathing has become slow and steady. Your body is resting comfortably. Little by little, every remaining thought is becoming softer. This is a beautiful moment to simply be still and remember that God is closer than you may realize. Tonight, let Jesus gently draw your attention away from every distraction and back toward the steady love of your Heavenly Father. His love has never been uncertain. His goodness has never faded. His compassion has never reached an end. He is still the same today. He will be the same tomorrow. He will remain the same forever. That unchanging love gives your heart a place to rest. Imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet river just before sunrise. The water moves gently across smooth stones. A cool breeze carries the fresh scent of the morning. The first rays of light slowly touch the surface of the river, creating a peaceful glow that stretches across the water. Everything feels calm. Everything feels safe. Everything seems to whisper that God is near. As you sit beside the river, Jesus quietly joins you. He sits close without rushing the moment. His presence brings peace before he even speaks. There is something deeply comforting about simply knowing he is beside you. You do not have to explain everything. You do not have to find perfect words. He already understands your heart. He knows the hopes you have carried for many years. He knows the prayers you have prayed again and again. He knows the dreams that still quietly live within you. He also knows the disappointments that have left your heart feeling weary. Yet none of these things have changed his love for you. His love remains constant. His grace remains available. His mercy continues to welcome you every single day. Sometimes life teaches us to depend too much on our own strength. We become accustomed to solving every problem ourselves. We try to carry every responsibility without asking for help. Slowly our hearts become tired, not because we are weak, but because we were never created to carry everything alone. Jesus lovingly reminds us that true strength begins with trust. Trust allows us to release what we cannot control. Trust allows us to rest while God continues working. Trust allows peace to replace constant worry. Perhaps tonight there is something that has been weighing heavily on your mind. It may be a decision you must make. It may be someone you deeply care about. It may be a future that feels uncertain. Whatever it is, imagine placing it into the hands of Jesus. Notice how gently he receives it. There is no frustration. There is no disappointment. only perfect love, only endless patience, only quiet compassion. His hands are far stronger than your own. Nothing is too difficult for him. Nothing is impossible for the God who created heaven and earth. As you continue resting, think about how nature quietly follows God's design. Rivers continue flowing. Trees continue growing. Seasons continue changing. Morning always follows the night. None of creation worries about tomorrow because everything rests within the faithful care of its Creator. Your life is also held within that same loving care. God has not forgotten your future. He has not overlooked your prayers. He has not become distant during your waiting. Even when you cannot see His work, He continues preparing the path before you. Sometimes His greatest blessings arrive in ways we never expected. Sometimes His answers are quieter than we imagined. Sometimes His greatest gift is the peace that grows within us while we continue waiting. That peace is growing inside you even now. With every calm breath, with every quiet moment, with every reminder that Jesus is beside you. The Bible often describes God as a loving shepherd who gently leads his people. A shepherd never rushes the sheep. He walks ahead, watching every step, protecting them from danger, guiding them toward peaceful places where they can safely rest. Jesus still leads his people with that same gentle heart. He never abandons those who follow him. He patiently leads one step at a time. When the road becomes difficult, he remains close. When fear begins to rise, his peace becomes available. When hope feels small, his love quietly strengthens the heart again. Tonight, allow yourself to trust his guidance. You do not need to understand the entire journey. You only need to continue walking beside him. Every new day he will provide fresh mercy. Every new morning he will provide new strength. Every new season he will continue proving his faithfulness. As your body becomes even more relaxed, notice how peaceful your heart has become. The worries that once seemed so loud have become distant. Your breathing is calm. Your thoughts are gentle. Your soul is resting in the quiet confidence that God is still leading your life with wisdom and love. Soon sleep will gently carry you into peaceful dreams. While you sleep, God will continue watching over you. His love will remain near. His peace will fill your heart. His angels will watch over you according to his perfect will. Nothing can separate you from his faithful care. May your heart continue resting in the goodness of Jesus. May your mind remain filled with hope. May your soul discover even deeper peace with every passing moment. And when the morning light slowly fills the sky, may you awaken with quiet joy, renewed strength, and a heart that remembers this beautiful truth. Jesus is walking with you today. Jesus will walk with you tomorrow. Jesus will ever leave your side. Rest peacefully now. God is near. His love is enough. His peace is gently carrying you into a night of deep and refreshing rest.